A lot of the time in life, we do a lot of sitting down. Sitting down can cause back problems, especially when you're not motivated. You tend to sit and think and sit and eat and sit and sit and sit. One thing about the positive nature of Brim Psychosa is that you're winding up, you're focusing out, you're clearing your thoughts, you're focusing in, you're adding to your self-esteem, self-love, and self-praise and self-respect. So whenever you feel like down on yourself, or you feel like you need to manage your daily self-care and turn away from the possibility of bipolar symptoms when it's more than just a chemical imbalance, it is how we invigorate our brains. And this Brim Psychosa feeds us neuroplasticity, which triggers our endorphins, our dopamine, and our serotonin. And it doesn't invite cortisol because it is focusing on happiness. And there's a lot of meditations out there that will put you through a lot of depression when those slow music meditations, invite your psyche to remember all of the trauma that you've experienced, whereas Brim Psychosa goes forward. And in so doing, the chanting for Brim Psychosa is Dim Psychosis, Brim Psychosa, Dim Psychosis, Brim Psychosa, along with the 39 positive self-affirmations that you will get by just reaching out and paying only $2 for the meditation sheet. So what you want to do is you want to incorporate the low impact exercise that you can handle. If you can't quite stand on your feet yet, you can do it in your chair. And you can always reach out by going Dim Psychosis, Brim Psychosa, Dim Psychosis, Brim Psychosa, when you're in your chair or when you're sitting down. Or if you're standing up like me, someone who is able to hold my own weight, in which I weigh right now, I am obese and I weigh about 262 pounds. So I have to focus on losing weight. And in the morning, I prepare myself, and it is my happy place. This is my happy place where I'm standing. I find myself listening to music in this place and bending your knees at this position and going Dim Psychosis, Brim Psychosa, 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 Dim Psychosis, Brim Psychosa. So it's an exchange of alternating balance in which you're not always standing straight up, but you're having your knees bent in a shoulder width position. And like I said, it is for people that want athletic determinants, for motivation, and for people who are obese, or for people who want to manage their self-care. So I'm allowing the public to go ahead and only send me only $2 for the Brim Psychosa log sheets, in which I'll provide one 30-day log sheet for $2. And then you can make your copies. Brim Psychosa is beginning to be accepted by the Department of Defense, the VA, the American Psychological Association, and the American Psychiatric Association. And I allow media to use Brim Psychosa for advertising purposes. I have to say that Brim Psychosa made me very happy, and it made several people that I practice with inside of Shands Vista Psychiatric Unit in Gainesville, Florida, very happy to practice Brim Psychosa. And I can't mention any people, but you'll find by looking me up as Daisy Luana Ruthenbacher, which is my preferred name, while I was going through the alarming recurrences of a horrible, terrible scene that I saw while I was hallucinating after my concussion. And what I did was, it's so important to pick yourself up and gather yourself whenever you're feeling down. And this is how I do it. It makes me feel good. So that's something that I really love to do. You can practice. I allow the public to practice on YouTube to share with others as personal instructors of Brim Psychosa. But I also instruct my Brim Psychosa instructors, if they are to lead in Brim Psychosa, to pay the membership dues to me, Heather McLaughlin, 110 Northwest 39th Avenue, 46B, Gainesville, Florida, 32609. And I have to say that since my focus is to stay in school, that I will be busy most of the week. And Brim Psychosa is also a part of Fabulastics Design. And so if you call and get the message and it says Fabulastics Design, don't be alarmed, it's still Brim Psychosa. Because it's the same phone. So it's rather simple to do, but the positive affirmations are psychologically non-consuming, and they make you feel rewarded in Brim Psychosa. So to gather your information about me, all you have to do is think positively and know that I'm going through my own struggles too. Everyone goes through their daily life struggles. But when you are easily pumped for the day, like I go to sleep now at 6 o'clock p.m. to 6:30 p.m. I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and I kind of just do a little bit of Brim Psychosa, and it starts to make me feel good. I get on my computer, of course. I go back to sleep until about 6 o'clock in the morning, for 5:30 sometimes. And this is perfect for the circadian rhythm. So hopefully you're not one of the people in the world that has to work long, exhausting hours. But you can actually do Brim Psychosa wherever you're at. So feel free to practice Brim Psychosa freely. But don't forget, Brim Psychosa leaders can charge $25 per person, and there's instructions if you just write to my address on Brim Psychosa leadership, in which I charge for Brim Psychosa leadership a $100 to $200, I'm thinking $150 for annual certificate once a year for Brim Psychosa to lead at local gyms. This Brim Psychosa fellowship is something that can be taken very seriously and can improve a lot of lives with adding stability, successful thinking, positive nature, and it's really enlightening, and I hope that you all do well with Brim Psychosa. As I end this conversation with you, please take great care and do your best to quit smoking. Thank you.